Okay, so here's the headline from Newsweek. But again, this is from an article. I saw this on Twitter. I was doing the scroll with a cup of coffee early Saturday morning. All the house was quiet except for the pup. And the pup likes to hang out with me while I scan for the news. And I saw this, and I sent it to Alex. Here's the headline. Panda Express hiring sign goes viral. So here's what happened. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not say the guy's name because he's just gotten hammered on social media, but you're still going to follow it. But I won't add anything to it. So this guy's a teacher at a college in Utah. He's a professor. And essentially, he saw an image of a sign that was advertising for help wanted from the fast food chain Panda Express. So I want you all to see a picture of the ad because there's so much good here. And for our listening audience, I'm going to read this to you. Oh, there we go. So we do have the guy's face. All right, so this is the college professor. We'll get to him in a second. But let's focus there on the sign from Panda Express. And again, for our viewing listening audience, I'm going to read it to you. It says, inspiring better lives across the top of the picture. And it's got a nice group of happy people all wearing Panda Express paraphernalia. And then it lists general managers, $69,000 a year plus bonus. Assistant managers, $20 an hour plus bonus. Service and kitchen team, $15 to $19 an hour. And so this guy, this professor, he takes a picture of it. I don't know where he saw it, but he basically puts it out in a tweet. And then he says, let me get right to it. He says, he posts the picture that I just read and showed you. And he says, my salary as an associate professor of mathematics at Westminster College, 3 blocks away from this sign, is $61,500. Well, boy, oh boy, he got lit up. And let's just put it this way. He had more people pounding him than agreeing with him or commiserating for him, or with him rather. So then he follows that tweet up. And he says, I promise that this tweet is not elitist. But anyway, I'm muting because my mentions are now unusable. Go hug a local educator. He then goes on to tweet again. The point of the tweet is that professors make way less than you think they do. That's all. All right. Now, I'm going to cover the good professor's comments and address whether or not he's an elitist. But stay tuned because I'm going to tell you, Panda Express is doing it the right way. I've spoken about this on the show. I've done it in keynotes at our Entree Leadership event. There's a leadership application here. I'll get to that in a second. First, the good professor. I'm not for any kind of hate and personal attacks on social media. It's so stupid, and these people are keyboard warriors. They probably wouldn't say half of what they would type if they were standing there looking at a person. I don't like the nastiness. However, the professor deserves to be criticized with what he said. And I'm going to tell you right now, his tweet was elitist, which is why he said, the tweet's not elitist. Thou doth protest too much. If you have to say something's not something, I got news for you. It is. It just is. Because here's what a lot of people heard. I work 3 blocks from this Panda Express, and I'm a college professor. I don't make this much. What's wrong with the world? All right, now, let me teach the good professor and those of you who are outraged that a Panda Express manager would make more than a college professor. Can I explain for just a moment free market economics? All right, sounds very fancy. I'm not fancy, nor am I smart. So here's the good news. It's very simple. Free market economics or free markets allow for a business like a fast food restaurant to pay what they can afford to pay. So if they can afford to pay a manager $60,000, Well, fine. What's that got to do with you, Professor? And Professor whoops, I didn't want to say his name. Pulled it back. Professor, you shouldn't have a problem with what Panda Express is doing. You should be talking to your administrators and going, hey, just curious, what's the endowment over here? I think you should pay me more. That's what you ought to be focused on, Professor. Not Panda Express offering a really good salary, and more importantly, and now I want to brag on them, inspiring better lives. What a great tagline. That's the beauty of that. Not the money they're offering. Yeah, let me tell you what Panda Express got right. They said, we need talent, we need workers to run our business. We're going to have to get competitive. So we're going to put some really good money out there, $69,000 a year. And they ran their numbers. And listen, the people who run Panda Express aren't idiots. They ran their numbers and they said, we think we can pay a manager $69,000 based on profit and loss, Professor. Secondly, Panda Express said, you know what? We need to put out a message to potential talent and potential leaders and say, if you come work for Panda Express, not only are we going to pay you $69,000, but we're going to help you live a better life. Slow clap for Panda Express. You want to know how you win the talent war? Listen, leaders. The game has forever changed. It is not going back. It's not going back. So you'll not hear this from any fancy economics professors. You know why? Because they freaking live in a classroom in a book. I know small business leaders. I know entrepreneurs. I know how a balance sheet works. I also know how hiring works. I know how engagement works. And I'm going to tell you something. Small business owners, you feel like you're having a hard time attracting employees? Don't tell me good help is hard to find. That is the biggest bunch of lazy crap I've heard in a long time. Good people are not hard to find. What you should be saying is, I have sucky hiring practices. I need help. That's what you should be saying, because that's what's going on. And Panda Express, watch. Panda Express is saying, come work for us and don't just get a paycheck, but we're going to help you live a better life. Because, you ready for this? Not only are they paying really good salaries, they're offering other benefits like medical and dental insurance, paid sick leave and vacations, and a 401k with a company match. They're saying, come work with us and we're going to make your life better. And the professor didn't like it. Oh.